You guys, this is One Piece King here today. I tried making a video, I think it was like yesterday or the day before. Video kind of got interrupted though because sometimes, can't have my own privacy sometimes, you know. Even though it is my room and everything, but it was just a minor little thing though. I guess I'll have to go and re-talk about that in a different one because I think I was talking about Pirate Warriors 4 mainly. Um, but today I actually wanted to talk about Jump Force this time because it's actually I think it's gonna be more of like whenever I go and do these, I think it is gonna be about Pirate Warriors 4 and Jump Force at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but like, just discussing these but in different videos though. Um, Apparently though, with Jump Force, it's really hard to tell, like, it's just really hard to tell, like, what other characters are coming on the way. At first though, it seemed like there was gonna be a new pattern where it was gonna be like heroes and villains. In which case, like I already said in the Jump Force video, that Todoroki was gonna be the first hero. The next one is a Hunter x Hunter, so that would mean we're gonna get a villain rep for the first time. And I know a lot of people would argue with me and say, well, basically Hisoka is a villain. I wouldn't really, I've probably mentioned this about a couple of times really about this. I don't consider Hisoka to really be much of a villain. Hisoka, at first I couldn't think of the term, but by actually going through Twitter and everything, I think someone actually helped me find the term, and it's anti-hero. And I think that fits Hisoka's characteristics of who he really is very well. Cause I mean, he'll travel along and do whatever he wants, but it's like it's more like he's there for the fun ride and everything, almost pulling a Deadpool. But well, we all know what Deadpool's like. We all know what he's like. But Hisoka, on the other hand, um, he's almost like that though, but on a different territory, really. Hisoka's on a different territory. If you catch my drift, you basically know what Hisoka's all about. It's weird. Um, yeah, though Hisoka though, I wouldn't really consider him to really be a main villain of Hunter x Hunter. Crollo or Miriam would have actually fit better for a main villain spot because Hunter x Hunter really doesn't have one. Because like I just said, Hisoka's more of an anti-hero, and that basically looks more to be the truth if you knew about his character. So there you really go. Um, Now, of course, moving along to Yu Yu Hakusho, though, of course, I did say Hiei would be the most, like the most chosen. Um, I mean, it's true. Hiei would be the most chosen. He would. But I don't know, like, if it's gonna stop right there. Like, if we're only just gonna be getting just Hiei and then not getting other characters. Um, I don't think that's gonna be really the case. I think they're gonna add in maybe, more reps for Yu Yu Hakusho as well. Only for the mere fact that, going by a pattern, Enigma Kage, shout out to him. He actually made a very good point of, the pattern of what to do with each, series and stuff. Or at least by the DLCs and everything. Of course, the pattern that he went by was like, a character that was most favorited and everything, like a fan favorite. In which case, the last one, it was more like it was Bakugo. Yeah, I would say it most likely was Bakugo because Bakugo was like one of those fan favorite characters. A female, which apparently the only one that was chosen in the last season pack was Bisky. Um, Most people weren't actually happy with Bisky. We did get a villain and everything, which mainly was Madara, and of course, of course, people would also argue Grimjaw was also one, but again, I think Grimjaw's more of an anti-hero. It's more like Grimjaw right now in the story, from what it seems, he's doing his own thing. If Grimjaw was to play back in the actual main story of Jump Force, that'd be really cool. But so far, though, it's more like, right now. Um, let's see. He said the villains, the fan favorites, returning characters. This is going by like, characters that would return to J stars, or return from J stars but into Jump Force. I cannot remember what character it was. Um, I don't really think it wasn't a Yu Yu Hakusho character. I'm trying to remember what character it was that was, from the last Jump game that they had, but it was a returning character from there that they added in Jump Force because it was like, well, throw them in basically, like doesn't really matter at this point. I don't really know who that was. But I mean, if they're going by that logic, really, like if Bandai's want to do that logic, I mean, that's okay. But since they're only giving us like five this time, it probably would have made more sense if they did the six. Like if they did six characters, or probably just another set of nine, which most likely would have been like a lot more, to cover up with instead of giving us five. Because five with the series that they've chosen, I mean, I'm not saying that the series that they chose to give reps to is bad. Because my hero definitely would need more reps because it's getting a lot more popular. Basically at this point it is considered to be like the new big three. Because Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto are, official big three because they sold a lot more in the past and they were really famous. Still, like One Piece is still famous and everything, it's still growing strong. Dragon Ball is more like, it's had its end, or at least I think so, but I don't know. I think Dragon Ball is still carrying on and stuff. Naruto, as the actual main series, it's done. Naruto is done. He had his end, and now they're doing this thing where it's, Boruto, his son, having the journey. And I'm like, no. Like, you should have left it as, like, Naruto, he accomplished his dream, his goal, and now he's just done. Like, Naruto is just done, and everything, the series is done, everyone can go home. They went through a lot, and basically that's it. The series is over, but instead, Kishimoto is more like, well, I could pull, an Akira Toriyama, because, Toriyama was basically gonna go and, basically whenever Goku was no longer gonna be the MC of the series or something, like, because they kind of like cut him off with the series and stuff because of the fact that, Goku's went through some tough fights. He didn't make it, and like as a sacrifice for himself or something, but Goku didn't make it. And at that point, though, it was after the Cell Saga that Akira Toriyama's original plan was probably going to be that making Gohan the MC while, Goku was no longer going to be with him anymore. But that didn't seem to be the case because considering people loved Goku so much, it was like, no, it's like we need Goku back. It's like, okay. It's like like it was a long shot. It's like, but you know what? Maybe in like, some kind of alternate novel that he could create, probably, maybe he could do something like that. Like maybe, maybe it would seem like, the main series and stuff, almost like doing, the multiverse or something. It's like, the original would be like, yeah, Goku is still relevant, he's still around, like everything as it should be. But the other would be like, Goku is not around anymore. No one actually really mentions him anymore. It's more like, yeah, he helped us out with Cell, but that's it. Like he helped us out with Cell, but that's it. He made a sacrifice for himself, and that's pretty much it. The dude really was a hero. He really was. But a son, his son, Gohan, he he really saved the day. you know. And then basically say like ever since then, Gohan's really, been training, he's really been getting stronger, and he's been protecting us from every single threat we've been dealing with from outside of the planet. Which at that point, yeah, it would be like we finally get the Gohan that we want and love very much, which basically would mean like, yeah, Gohan's potential would grow to the point where he could be like Goku basically, but be better. Um I mean, that's true. He could. But I don't know if Toriyama would ever go and write like a split novel like that and be like, you know what? I could do that. It's like I could make it to where like Gohan actually went through with this training, his potential grew even more, and he even got on the same power level as his dad, but he got stronger than him. Like he got even better than his dad, and I'm like, oh, like if that was the real case, though, I would have been like, that's the Gohan we need. That is the Gohan we need, boys. Um, but yeah, but my hero though, like I said, was Shota Todoroki, fan favorite. He like really. It's more like they have other characters to choose from, but I guess they went by the fan favorite probably, and they went with Shota Todoroki. Um, but also another thing that Enigma brought up as like another thing though, because it now just came to me. Um, and it is the rivals. It is the rivals basically. I mean they did do that justice in they did do that justice in the last season and stuff with Bakugo and everything filling that spot. Um, but there's an actual but there's like an actual difference though whenever you place rivals though, because now that we got Todoroki and everything coming in as well, Todoroki, in a bigger way, is technically a rival to Deku as well, but it's like he's not being like a rude rival like Bakugo is and everything. Like, Todoroki is actually acknowledging Deku's, growth and everything. His growth, of his strength, how well he can use his quirk very well and everything, to the point where they could rematch each other to see how much stronger they've gotten between the two. Um, but the thing that is really different between Bakugo and Todoroki's not doing it, he's not doing the hero thing for popularity. It's more like he's doing it because it feels right to be a hero, to do the right thing. That's why Todoroki, I feel, is doing it. Bakugo, on the other hand, is more like he's not doing it for that reason. It's more like he idolized All Might so much, but it became to the point where it's like, he just wanted to be the best, just like him. He didn't really look at it like, it's like I could really save people. I could be, a really good guy and everything. I could be nice. Bakugo is more the opposite of that. I am sorry, I am not a Bakugo fan. I know people would come at me in the comments and be like, how dare you not like Bakugo? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Bakugo was never my favorite in My Hero Academia. Even with his little changes that he has, like his mood changes and everything, like a couple of times, Bakugo is still the same to Deku and everything. Like, I know that's part of his character, but it's like, through everything that he's been through, I wish he would have actually had his character, his personality just change a little bit, because it's like, dude, an evil group kidnapped you because they think that your anger, your rage is something to make a villain out of you, basically, to make him a villain using that. Of course, Bakugo rejected because it's like, I don't want to be a bad guy like y'all. I want to be a hero, and it's because, again, All Might. But still, like, with that happening, it should have hit his head, it should have came to him, in his head there, that it's like, wow, it's like, it seems like, yeah, my anger is actually making it look like I am looking like a bad guy. It's like, no, everyone's afraid of me, they're being scared, and heroes aren't supposed to make the people scared. It's supposed to make them feel safe, And it's like, he would have that moment to think to himself, like, I really need to fix my anger here. It's like, I know I get it from my mom, but it's like, dude, like, at least she has her nice side too. Like, she's calm and chill. It's like, I need to find that. I need to find my calm and chill too. I'm not gonna be completely like my dad, because I remember when I was watching the episode, whenever it came to the point where they were getting their dorm rooms and everything, because after the incident with it was after the incident of All for One and everything, like when they got Bakugo back. It was after that they really started thinking, like, man, it's like, now that this is all going on and everything, we need to, have better care and watch of our students, like, 24/7 of the time. And if they're going to be at their homes and everything, just attending school every day, it's like that could be a bit of a problem, because not only would they be in danger if a villain knew where they lived, but most importantly, their families would be in danger too. And we're not looking forward to that, because that'd be really bad. So, it's like they made the dorm rooms to make it where it's like, yeah, we're gonna keep watch of your kids and everything 24/7 because, it's just we dealt with all of this and it got pretty bad. It's like, you know what? We're gonna actually like be more careful and everything and watch the kids a lot like pretty much a lot more better than what we've been doing before. And I think that's what Aizawa was trying to even say during the interview. He was trying to stall time, but it's like Aizawa is like, you know what? No, I'm gonna give them the literal truth. It's like, yeah, we made a mistake. We made a mistake and we didn't plan for any of this. But now it's opening our eyes. We're gonna do it. We finally made a decision. We're gonna do it. You know, and that's what he did. Like that's what all of them did. They made they created the dorm rooms and everything for for the students and everything. I don't know if it's for the whole students, at the UA high school. I don't know. But mostly we see the class 1A kids and everything, their whole class all have their own dorm rooms and stuff. But going back to that though, we cut over to Bakugo's family whenever All Might approaches to, their house and everything, and we see Bakugo's mom, and it's like, she kind of has the cool personality, but then whenever like her and Bakugo interact and everything, they have the interaction talk between each other. We see where he gets his anger from. It's from his mom, and his dad's on the other side, like trying to calm them down, but he's such a wuss that it's like his dad is just like, hey, like we have guests, y'all don't need to fight, like calm down, please, you know. And basically, it's like, both of them would tell him, like, shut it. It's like, okay, okay. Like, I'm sorry. but, but it's really funny, though. Oh my god, that is funny, though. That really is. You know, but anywho, though, yeah. Again, like I said, though, if I was to really get to like Bakugo, I would have to see a bit of a mood change from him and stuff. Like he's not so mean and stuff. Like he can still be a bit the same, but it's like changes personality a little bit because like to make him understand that it's like to be a true hero, you have to not really be rude, because Endeavor is like the same like Bakugo in a sense, not completely, but in a sense he basically is, because Endeavor didn't really look up to All Might. It was more like Endeavor looked at All Might like you're really the greatest person, and you became like the symbol of peace. You became the number one hero, but I'm starting to hate you a little bit. Like, I'm not starting to like this to where I have to sit on the number two spot. I feel like I should sit on number one, but I'm not wanting your pity. I'm not wanting that. No. It's like, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna get more popularity. I'm gonna be better than you. And then whenever I do, I'm gonna take your spot. I'm gonna be number one. And you're gonna have to be sitting on number two from now on until you try to get, back at me for this. I don't think you really can, But, yeah, but that's what Endeavor's whole thing really was and everything. It's in the same way as Bakugo. Bakugo is trying to rise up to the ranks of, heroes himself and just trying to be better than, sitting on a number two spot. Because Bakugo would not do that. Bakugo would not want to be on the number two spot. He'd be like, no, I do not want to sit there. It's like, I deserve to be number one. Freaking Bakugo. It's like, come on, kid. I mean, again, people love Bakugo for some oddly reason. He's a fan favorite, so that's why he's in the game. Todoroki, I can tolerate, though. With seeing his backstory of his character and everything, Todoroki was like, the one character I could actually, feel the same with, not on the same level, but it's like I can understand what he's going through and stuff. That, it's like, his mom is so nice and everything, so nice and caring that it's like she could really be the actual mother for her son. But since he's got partial of the red and everything, it looks exactly like Endeavor, his dad. and she fears him so much because it really wasn't going very well between the two. Like it was, I really don't know how to really explain it, but it was like a forced, quirk marriage or something between the two. And like, really? They can do that? Like, that's messed up. That's not a hero thing to do, you know? Like, that's like trying to explain the story of how her and Endeavor met and everything, but it'd be really awkward, because that's like remembering her trauma and everything. That's really sad. Um, you know, yeah. But Todoroki, I can feel like, he's also a fan favorite, but for different reasons. Like people love him. I apparently, could care for him too. I could. So, yeah, like having Todoroki being one of the choices to make it in Jump Force isn't okay for me. Bakugo, I can't argue with people because this is a fan favorite, and plus he's a rival. Um, so yeah, can't really argue much with Bakugo really because it seemed like Bakugo and Deku were more like the rivals to begin with, and then later on Todoroki joins that group. But overall, though, it's like yeah, I can't say much about Bakugo really. Like why they should like basically saying why in my opinion why they shouldn't have picked him because it's like they picked him for a right reason, but I just don't like him. Um, but for Yu Yu Hakusho rep though, for Hiei, I actually didn't know Hiei was a rival. I didn't know, because like I said, this is like my knowledge of the series are not so high and everything. So that goes for Hunter x Hunter. Need to rewatch it to know my knowledge. Yu Yu Hakusho is the same way. I need to watch it from the beginning because I've only watched like one episode, but I don't even think Hiei was even in the episode. I don't think Hiei was even in the episode. Bleach. I watched my good big portion of Bleach, so I know my stuff. It's just the Thousand Year Blood War arc. I probably would more want to watch that than read it because I think they might add more to it and stuff than what we know. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure though, I tried, but it was like I've been skipping a lot on out on that and everything. Like, I think I would need to watch like, starting from part one and then going all the way to where we are now with it so I can gain more of my knowledge. But like I know my good partial knowledge of it. Not completely, but I know my good partial knowledge of it. Um, you know, but I mean, like I said, with Hiei, I didn't really know he was a rival. I don't know if he's a rival to Yusuke. I don't know if he's a rival to anyone in Yusuke's group. I don't know, because like I was trying to say earlier, Enigma, was the one that kind of just made all these traits on why the DLC gets chosen. It's for these reasons. And whenever I saw Hiei's name on there, I'm like, well, Hiei's a fan favorite, really. But then I saw rival that, like, kind of in the captions of his name and stuff, like, it was Hiei, but he was labeled as a rival and stuff. It was if he was to be added in, and I'm like, uh, I I don't know about that one. Like I mean, I could probably like I didn't know that, but I could probably argue to say like Hiei would be more of like a returning character, more or less. The rivals, if they were to add four more to make it nine, yeah, because five and four is nine, yeah. If they were to add four more, if we were to get like yeah, if we were to get four more after those five, and if one of the four was Black Clover series and everything, is most definitely coming because then the rival spot would be filled, and yeah, like Black Clover would not be alone. It'd be like actually sitting with other characters. Um, but then I guess that would also raise the question though if, other series and stuff like City Hunter, Fist of the North Star, or Dragon Quest would even get more, reps and everything. I mean, I've talked about this before where their names would get mentioned and stuff, but but the actuality though is like, does that mean anything? Um, I mean, I think it does. I think it does and everything because, like, I think people could probably argue a little bit by say, by me saying this, but with Ace, um, Sabo and Luffy on the DLC Kaiba mission, they mentioned Ace's name once, but Ace's attire is already in the game already, and I believe a move of his is already in there, the Fire Pillar. Um, I mean, I'm not saying that Ace can't make it in at all because, it's really hard to say if the avatar, items and the moves completely just negate out, the characters itself. It's really hard to say because, if that was the case though, then, I mean, yeah, if that was the case, the timelines would probably be, fixed and everything, sort of, but I don't really know if they're going by, timelines at all. I don't know if they're going by timelines at all because, uh, if they were going by timelines and everything, then that means, mostly, most of the One Piece stuff is already going into Whole Cake Island territory, um, which is basically true. It is, by timeline wise and everything, because yeah, because Luffy's and everything. Luffy, with the Kong organ gun, that was the first time he ever used that move in Whole Cake Island against Cracker. So yeah, you can already tell that already goes to Whole Cake Island and everything. Enigma tried to when he was saying the timelines and stuff, he was saying that I think he said Luffy's was more focused on Dressrosa, and I was like, I would say Whole Cake Island, just only the beginning half of Whole Cake Island. It's not the ending half where he gets Snake Man. Because if we were to get Snake Man form for Luffy, like some kind of another awakening for Luffy or something, I mean that could be pretty cool to see. We get Snake Man for Luffy in there and stuff, but. I mean, at the same time, though, it's like, are they really gonna do that? Because we already have Gear Fourth in there as an awakening, so I don't know. Um, I really don't know. Um, but Zoro's is Dressrosa, no doubt, because he uses the black swords a lot more in Dressrosa than he does in any other arc currently at this moment. Um, yeah, because I don't think I've seen Zoro actually use the black sword technique in Wano yet. I don't think I've seen him use it yet at all. It's still very we don't have Nami in there. We do have Sanji. Sanji does go by Whole Cake Island. He does because his ultimate is the his ultimate is the it's a Diablo Jumble Kankasei, where basically he lights, the leg on fire and everything, like it's in flames, but he does the spin and then, the spin kick. Um, but that wasn't the Whole Cake Island right there, so there you go. Um, now Sabo that was added in there, Sabo more goes to, Dressrosa. Yeah, Sabo more goes to Dressrosa, really. He goes more to Dressrosa, so there's that, really. But then, of course, we have the couple other characters, yeah, we have the couple other characters from, the One Piece series as well, like Boa and Blackbeard that come from the Marineford arc and everything. So, really, it's, it's really hard to say and everything, yeah, it really is hard to say, the timelines are a bit mixed and everything because I mean, to be fairly honest, they wouldn't give us a New World Blackbeard. They really wouldn't give us that and everything, where he looks at his New World look, because one, we haven't really seen what that Blackbeard is capable of yet. He's probably I mean, I wouldn't say he's still probably trying to get the hang of the Tremor Fruit yet. I'm pretty sure at this point, by the 2 year time skip, he probably has control of it now. Um, but I mean, we have yet to see what he actually can do. But this isn't talking about him really. It's more like why the New World Blackbeard's not going to be put in there. It's more the Marineford War and stuff. Boa goes for the same because it's like, again, we don't know what the true capabilities are yet and everything. We're about to go and see that very soon. But as of right now, we really don't know. But if they were, but like timelines wise and everything, I don't know if that really matters because, like if timelines really mattered though, that means that Boa and Blackbeard would not even be added in, like basically in the game, period. They wouldn't. They would more like if they were more looking forward to like New World, timeline, really. Um we most likely would have gotten characters from the New World and everything. I'm not saying we would get Big Mom and Kaido. I'm not saying we're getting those two. Those two would wreck the game. Like they would have to nerf those two and everything. Like Big Mom and Kaido, for Pirate Warriors 4, on a different note, they cannot be nerfed because they're naturally supposed to be strong in that series. They're naturally supposed to be strong in One Piece in general, but comparing that with like a lot of characters in Jump Force and everything, the power scaling is very, you know. So basically, yeah, those two would have to be nerfed if they were to be added in, but I don't really think they're doing anything New World related. I think it's more focusing on like Grand Line and New World. Because if we were more to focus on New World timeline, Boa, like I said, Boa and Blackbeard would more be like left out. Uh, and we might get like, some other characters and stuff. Maybe Doflamingo from Dressrosa probably. Like from the Dressrosa arc where we see more of his capabilities and stuff, what he can do. Um, but honestly, I really don't know. Um, but but for like reps that really don't, get much and everything, like I said, their names get mentioned. It's I'm not saying it's impossible and everything. I'm really not, because like I just said with Ace, it's not impossible at all. Um, because if it was, like, if Bandai, kind of stated out as their own fact and said, like, yeah, if they're, like, if someone was to go and ask them a question, like, if Bandai was to get an interview or something about, what they're gonna do with Jump Force or something, and basically asking the question, like, okay, it's like, answer us this. If the avatars and the moves for like certain characters that haven't been added in the game yet, does that technically mean that you're not gonna add them in, or does that mean a potential add-in, for them and stuff? And if Bandai goes and answers, like if Bandai goes to say like they can't answer that or something, like they can't really answer that, that's giving us the hint that maybe they're trying to hide the fact that it's like, well, no, it's like that's not true, because at this point it seems like we probably could be adding more characters than what we believe and everything. Like we're not sure what the actual maximum limit of the character, reps for each series will really be because we didn't give that number yet, you know? But if we did, like if we did give that kind of limit, then like y'all would know, but y'all don't because we didn't give a limit on the characters in Jump Force. So, like they haven't really given us a limit of how many characters they're gonna actually add in and everything. If they did, comment that down below if they did give us the limit, but if they didn't, um, we might be getting more Jump Force characters than we think, like we might be getting more season passes coming in and stuff. Like it's not just gonna be season 1 and season 2, but it's like, the season 2 plus basically. Like we're gonna get even more and everything, like season 3, season 4, season 5. Like depending if the game will still sell and everything. Like if it still is, relevant and keep going and stuff. Because if it's not, then yeah, Bandai will probably just be like, well, we did all what we could and everything. We're just gonna abandon this project right here. It's all like, bruh, you know. But I think at that point, like maybe if they did a season 3 or a season 4 DLC, and if basically majority people already got the characters they wanted and stuff, whether it be from just the series they added in or a new series, um, yeah, Bandai most likely will just be like, you know what? We already gave them what they wanted and everything, and the game is slowly dying down now because now, the demands aren't so high anymore. So it's like, yeah, we're just gonna, just leave it at that. That's the final DLC pack you're ever gonna get. It's like, we're sorry, but that's it. And it's like, okay. like at that point we'd probably be okay with it and stuff, depending if we're happy with the choices they made or not. Um, but like for the four, like if we were to get four extra ones, the series that I think that are actually going to be getting DLC, would be Black Clover. Black Clover will definitely get another. It will. I know people are going to be asking like, is this going to follow the same pattern of like hero villain hero villain? Um, I mean, if they were to separate the four from the five, I don't think so. But if they do, like basically starting out, from scratch. So that means like, if it's just four characters, the first one would be a hero, so it would be but would be like, the rival and everything of, yeah, would be the rival position fitting in, for Asta in the Black Clover series. Um, and then if they were to go and add in like a villain from yeah, if they were to go and add in a villain from like say I wouldn't say City Hunter because I don't really know too much about that one and everything. City Hunter is new. Fist of the North Star I do know, but it's like I never watched it really, so very confusing. So I don't really know about that one. Dragon Quest is the same way. I don't know. Um, but if there's like a villain for like each of those three series and everything, they could add them in, but it's like I don't know. Ronin Kenshin only has two reps and everything, only two. I mean, we could see another rep from Kenshin and everything be added in there and everything, but it's like more focusing on the villains really because it's like, hey, you know, and if we were to get another hero, um, if we were to get another hero, they can't go and use another one. I don't know if it would either be like Kenshin or if they would just go and put the big three on there, like, Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. Because Dragon Ball at that point would be like, they already have, basically they already have all, much of what they need. I mean, we're not honestly sure if they're gonna, do Dragon Ball Super content with it, because if they do, that's like adding even more characters to the roster right there. Like, there probably will be a limit to how much they probably could add to, to them and everything, because like at that point they would need to add in Beerus, they would need to add in Jiren, they would need to add in Hit, um, yeah, Beerus, Jiren, Hit. I don't really think Frost. I don't think they will add in Frost at all. I don't think so, because Frost is basically the alternate version of Frieza, but it's like Frost was like a weak Frieza. Like, we're talking about like the Frieza that was like in the beginning of the Frieza saga. Like, we're talking about him, like whenever we first got to meet him, like Goku and Frieza were fighting for the first time. Like, yeah, they had a tough time fighting him, but it's like, at the end when Goku turned Super Saiyan, like, he broke out to the Super Saiyan, pretty much he beat up Frieza. He won. Goku won and everything. He got away and all that. But I think Frost would be on that same level as that Frieza right there. But Frieza right now is on a completely different level because he's unlocked the golden form. So it's like, yeah, you're you're not gonna get anywhere ahead of me, buddy. You're not, I'm not gonna allow that. So that's why he pushes Frost out of the way, like, get out of here. Um, but I don't know if they're gonna do Dragon Ball Super content. Cause like I said, if they do, they probably have like more other characters to add in there and everything. Like Goku Black, they would have to add in Goku Black and Zamasu. They would have to go and add in those guys and stuff. So it's like, I don't know if they even would add in like Gohan in there. I know like either the teen Gohan or the adult Gohan. I really don't know if they would add either. But it's like, bruh. Um, but yeah, but if it was big three, I already said so I'm guessing I'm going by the logic of like it being reversed, sort of like Dragon Ball's not gonna be the first one. It's more like it could be Naruto or One Piece. It doesn't matter. Because if it was Dragon Ball first and everything, if it was a hero, I would have to say Android 18. I would have to say Android 18 as more of a female rep and everything because Dragon Ball has none. Dragon Ball has no female reps, so add an Android 18 in there and you're good. Like, you're probably good on the heroes, probably, like, you're good, bro. But if it was, but if it was Naruto to be the first one, like, if it was to be, like, heroes or something, I don't really know too many Naruto characters. I would have to say it would be, oh boy, it would, let's see, they already have Naruto and Sasuke in there. I would not really say Sakura. I wouldn't say Sakura would make it in at all. I mean, if she ever did, though, it's like, people would be like, well, kind of makes sense, really, kind of, you know? It kind of makes sense and stuff, like, freaking, yeah, but Sakura kind of makes sense. If they added Hinata in there, it'd be like, okay, that definitely makes sense, you know? Um, I don't know. I think the Hinata will probably come from the Final Ninja War with Naruto as well. Um, but Sakura, Hinata. I mean, I'm not always gonna be listing out females and everything. I could be listing out probably Neji. I could probably list out Neji as well. But I honestly don't know about Neji. We all know what happened to him, and I shouldn't be laughing. That was sad. Neji gone. I'm sad. But I don't know about Neji. Probably, um, like, I'm trying to think of, like, other hero reps and everything. Like, you probably comment that down below if you know a lot more Naruto characters and everything, like more hero reps that would fit in that. Cause I can't think of a whole lot and everything. I'm not a huge Naruto fan, or not like someone that knows a lot of Naruto. I know, like, a minimum, not too much. Oh, Jiraiya. I could have said Jiraiya, but you know, who knows really with Jiraiya. But for One Piece, for hero reps, any of the crew members really that haven't really been added in, we could be getting Jinbei in there probably. And I think Jinbei would be more either focused on the Marineford War or the Whole Cake Island. I'm not sure which one they would do. But they could do either one at that point. Or maybe they could do Fishman Island too. I don't know which Jinbei they will do, but it really all depends, really. Um, but yeah, they could add any of the other crew members and everything, like Nami or Chopper or Usopp, Robin, Frankie, or Brooke. They could add in any of them in there and everything, kind of making it really cool. I mean, Nami and Robin for more female representation and stuff, because why not? But, just the other ones they could add in because it's like, hey, other crew members. But then at that point, you gotta add all of them. Yes, even Jinbei, because Jinbei counts. Um, but I mean, a lot of people probably want Carrot in there as well to join Jump Force, like more Carrot love in game, please. It's like, oh boy, because we already got Carrot in Pirate Warriors 4, so it's like, bruh, Carrot for Jump Force, let's go. It's like, okay, I'd be fine with that too. I'd be like, probably would be like either Zoe. It'd probably either be Zoe or it'd be like Whole Cake Island Carrot. Either one will be fine. It doesn't matter to me. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Um. Yeah, but it could be like either of those and everything. It could probably even be one of the fleet members and everything. I wouldn't say Harudin or Leo. I don't think about Orlumbus either and everything. I want to think more of Cavendish or Bartolomeo, either one of them and everything to make it in, because Barto seems like he could and everything, because Barto, like, I don't know if people like Barto, but to me Barto was pretty cool. He may have been weird, but Barto was pretty cool. Cavendish though, maybe, yeah, maybe Cavendish's awakening might be Hakuba, which is like the other form of him. Um, and that probably might change the attacks like a lot, because it's like a lot of the slashing moves that Hakuba will do, they'll be really fast. So it's like the ultimate I can imagine would be like these really fast slashes and everything, and it's like it'll do like a lot of damage and everything. Like, I'm not even kidding. Hakuba will probably be one of the game changers for the One Piece side. Like, oh boy. I mean, he's already pretty fast in Pirate Warriors 4. I'm not even kidding. Dude is pretty fast. Well, I don't think I've tested out Cavendish yet, but I will though. I will. Because I've seen how fast he can really get and everything. I'm just all like, bruh, like Hakuba, you're not a joke. Hakuba is not a joke. Um, but yeah, I can imagine Cavendish will probably just be like, just if they add him in there, Cavendish would be like his awakening would be changing into Hakuba. Like he'd fall asleep, Hakuba would come out, and then just get really crazy. Like just really crazy stuff happening. It's like, bro. um, but yeah. But but now like changing the order a bit and everything, because I said like the possibility of what we could be getting for like hero reps for each one. Moving on to the next one of the villain reps. If yeah, if it was more like Dragon Ball and everything for a villain rep and everything. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, if it was more of a villain rep, really, it'd be Kid Buu. That'd be the only one really, because I don't think they're doing Dragon Ball Super content. But if they are, um, it would be, like besides Kid Buu, we would possibly have like I wouldn't say Beerus because Beerus technically is with the group. Um, so shoot, this one's really tough and everything. Probably Goku Black would be the only one. Probably Goku Black and Zamasu would be the only ones that would be like, yeah, that would be like other villains of Dragon Ball Super related stuff. I mean, of course, you could say like Jiren as well. But that's because they had to fight Jiren. It was a tournament of power. They had to. But Goku Black was a different story. It's more like, yeah, they did have to fight him and everything because, Trunks' future was really messed up again. And that was because of Zamasu. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, at that point, though, it's like Goku. Yeah, but it's like at that point, though, it's like, it could have been more like, yeah, they could have ignored it and everything and been like, Goku Black isn't really much of our problem and stuff. Like, he really isn't, and it's like, you kidding? It's like, like Trunks, of course, would be like, you kidding me? It's like, the dude is like you, but he's worse. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, now that you mention it, he is. But, yeah. But there you go, really. Um, but yeah, Goku Black or Zamasu. I'm focusing more on Goku Black. If it was Dragon Ball Super, I'm focusing more on him. But if it wasn't focusing Dragon Ball Super content, I would say Kid Buu would be your final villain. And that's it. You're not getting any more. For One Piece villains, I mean, I think this is the more, like changing the order of like heroes and villains, whichever order it goes. So I already listed out the heroes. The villains will go out like this for One Piece. Um, we could finally be getting Katakuri because technically Katakuri in a way was a villain, but he wasn't really much of a major threat. He wasn't like Lucci to where it was like Lucci could have really done something bad if Luffy lost the fight. It could have been really bad. Katakuri would have been more like, good fight, dude. A really good fight. It's like I loved it. It doesn't matter who wins or loses at the end of the day. I'm calling it a draw, kid. I'm calling it a draw. Me and you, we like good fighting buddies and everything. You come back the next time, we gotta fight again. But bring your A game this time. It's like, yeah. Like Luffy's just like on the ground. He's just like, yeah. And there you go from there and everything. Like I think Katakuri would be the most highly picked one and stuff. I don't know what that was all about there. Um, but yeah. But Okainu, I mean Okainu would make sense as well because yeah, Okainu would make sense because Okainu was a really really bad villain and stuff because the absolute justice thing, and we all know what he did. If you watch or read One Piece and you know a lot about Okainu, you know exactly what that dude did. I don't like him as a character, but it's like his strength wise, I can respect it, but it's like his actual personality of his character. It's like this dude's like pushing many people's buttons, and it's all like, yeah, you're gonna be put down. You're gonna be put down someday, buddy. Like you keep running your mouth, you're gonna be put down. Let's see. Akainu or Katakuri. I don't want to say Caesar. I don't want to say Caesar Clown. I don't think we're getting Caesar Clown in there. I mean, we could be getting another admiral and everything. We could be getting Kizaru in there as well. Kizaru would definitely be a threat too, you know, because like I think yeah, whenever he awakens and stuff, he would literally be like turning into light. So Kizaru would be no joke either and everything. It'd be like really hard to hit him and stuff. I mean, it's almost like with Sabo, but I think the whole thing with Logias and everything, you know, with the Logia thing I think they're kind of nerfing that a bit to where it's like, yeah, you can hit them, but it's like I don't think it would hurt them as much if they awakened into their forms. Um, so yeah, I think you know Kizaru's probably might be nerfed, but it's like maybe Kizaru himself would probably be like you know his moves and everything else would probably be like really broken. So Kizaru would probably not be a joke either. Um, Trying to think of another character, Doflamingo, you know, like I just mentioned earlier, Doflamingo more focusing on the Dressrosa timeline. Dofi, yeah, would definitely be, you know, like a force to be reckoned with and everything. Would definitely not be a joke. So, there you really go and everything with Doflamingo and stuff. So, yeah, Dofi, Katakuri, Akainu, Kizaru. I don't really want to say Aokiji because Aokiji is more of like kind of being both because he's not such a bad guy. Really, he really isn't. I don't know about Sengoku either. I really don't because it's like, Garb. I also don't know. I feel like Garb would be more of a hero than you know, like more on the hero reps than more on the villain reps. Because yes, he is a marine and he's supposed to be against pirates, but it's like Garb knows when there's a good and a bad pirate, basically. He knows when there's the difference between the two. He knows. So it's like if Garb was to go and fight Whitebeard, and Whitebeard's group was good people. They are. Um, you know, I mean, by the way, you know, Whitebeard could definitely be added in as a hero rep, definitely. Um, but yeah, but if Garb and Whitebeard were to really fight and everything, Garb would probably treat it more like, yeah, it was my mission to do so and everything. Like, yeah, I don't really like pirates, but it's like I'm not too much into hating them, so I don't see you much as a bad old man. You know, like Garb would just look at Whitebeard like, I don't see you much as a bad old man with Whitebeard. I really don't. You know, like, yeah, we'll fight, but at the end of the day, though, it really doesn't matter. It's like, you're right. It's like it really doesn't. You know? But, I mean, Sengoku would probably give him the lecture, but Garp would probably just laugh it off and be like, yeah, well, he may have been too tough for me and everything this time. I'm sorry, I may have lost. It's like, the what? You what? It's like you lost. It's like no. Like you let him get away, didn't you? It's like maybe. It's like Garp, you freaking. It's like okay, this is why I have to assign someone else to do this and not you. It's like guilty. It's like yeah, definitely guilty. You know, like just Sengoku and Garp just having that back and forth with each other. It's just all like I could not trust this guy at all. It's like no, you really can't. No, you really can't. It's like this is why I couldn't trust you to do a few of the other missions. This is exactly what you do. It's like, yeah. But you know, I mean, Garp always does his mission like he's supposed to and everything. Because, like I said, he knows the difference between the two and everything. Like, he knows when there's a good and a bad pirate. So it's like if there's good ones and everything, like they have good morals, good intentions. Garp would probably just be like, alright, it's like, I'm probably just gonna give you a little nudge on the head, but that's all you're getting. You know, I'm really not looking forward to fighting just a bunch of you guys and everything. I'm really not. It's like, you serious? It's like, yeah, pretty much. It's like, dude! It's like, we don't know how much to say thank you for this. It's like, yeah. It's like, don't worry about it. You know, it's like, I'm probably just gonna tell him I lost or something, you know, like maybe maybe like y'all had some kind of blind attack or something on me, like y'all, like y'all kind of just, flashed me with a flashlight and stuff, and I got blind, and now, y'all ran away. Like, maybe I can make up a story like that and everything, like, I don't know. Just making up excuses as he goes and everything, but of course Sengoku doesn't believe him. It's like, you let him get away, didn't you? It's like, I may have done that. It's like, dude! It's like, why? They didn't do nothing wrong. It's like, it's like, you know what? You're partially right, but again, you're partially wrong. Because, I mean, they're pirates in general. You're not supposed to let them get away. Like, our job is to protect the people. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, Um, I don't know, but um, yeah. But I mean, like, the reps, at this point though, like I said, we don't know the limits. If we did know the limits, most likely would have already went and just, probably told y'all as like a public announcement or something, being like, yeah, this is how many reps Bandai's legit wanting to do, for each series and everything. So that means like if we get this number of characters and stuff for just like even just one, the rest of them are gonna be the same like that and everything. Like Bandai will say like, yeah, the limit will be this, and then that'll be for all the series reps and everything. Even if like yeah, even if like some series probably have different limits or something because it's like yeah, these are the most highly requested characters and this is the limit of how much we can do. So yeah, um, but I mean at that point though, it's like really really hard to tell though. Um, but I guess this will be the end of the video right here and everything. I probably might be discussing more Pirate Warriors 4 stuff. Like I said, I'll probably get back on the train of that. Because Jump Force right now, I don't know when Todoroki is going to be revealed at all. Like, when he's going to be, like, legit revealed to the game. Because I'm still waiting on, his DLC date to be announced. It just said in the spring, and we're still in it. So, I really don't know and everything. I'm waiting more for like the next Hunter x Hunter character and stuff. Like I'm waiting more for that and everything because if we get Crollo, it's more like yeah. Some of us actually called out Crollo because we feel like yeah, it's more waiting on heroes and villains this time. It's not like it's not like it's gonna do the same pattern like it did in the last game, or not in the last game, but the last DLC, like in the last one. It's not gonna follow that same pattern where it's like some heroes, but like two villains, but then the rest of them are heroes. It's like, no, 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 no. Like, we're basically gonna go and, have hero, villain, hero, villain. Like, the patterns will always change with probably each season that they give us, so. I don't know what the next pattern will be like, but depending on where they're gonna go with that, I don't know. It depends if they give us more story and stuff. Like, if another story leaves off on a cliffhanger or something, it's like, yeah, I feel like I know what we're gonna get in the next one, But anywho, though, end of the video right here. I really hope all you have a wonderful day, night, morning. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like on the video. And comment down below of your thoughts of, like what kind of reps would you want and everything that would be possibly coming as season 3 in the future. Because season 2 they're working more on right now. Well, they barely can because Corona, but basically, yeah, we're basically just gonna go and have to deal with all that and everything. But at this point though, just gonna have to wait. But yeah, guess I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.